Hello everybody, it's Mr. Coover here with my vlog for the month of March, and it's been certainly a very busy one. Despite having shorter hours because of Ramadan, we've managed to cram so many exciting things into this month. First of all, it started just before Ramadan with our parent meetings, where we were able to invite our parents back online for a mid-year update in terms of how well their child is performing, regard to the progress that they're making, but also to where they sit in line with the curriculum standards, and also an opportunity to ask any questions and clarify what supports can be put in place for the children as we approach the final term. And so thank you to all those parents who joined those meetings, who were able to join online. It's always a great opportunity to celebrate all the success of our students, but also to really connect and form plans moving forward of how we can better support students both in school and out of school. Obviously, a main feature of March has been our wonderful Ramadan celebrations. We had our Ramadan assemblies a couple of weeks ago in build-up to the month of Ramadan, where the whole community was able to come together in different assemblies with our Islamic children performing on stage, talking to us about why Ramadan is so important to them, but also what it means for us as a community and how we can acknowledge the month of Ramadan as a school. And we've certainly done that throughout the month of Ramadan. We've had our Ramadan fridges, we've had our clothes donations. Our year sixes were outside in the corridors today organising all of the different clothes ready to be donated, so thank you for all of those donations. It's certainly going to benefit some of our less fortunate members of our Dubai community and wider global community as well. And then that has all culminated in our Ramadan iftar like yesterday evening, our community iftar, where we had parents, support staff, cleaners, teachers, leaders, students, all joining us on the sports field to break fast together, to learn a little bit more about each other's cultures and to celebrate what has been a really wonderful term too. We also had our sports awards a couple of weeks ago. I had the pleasure and privilege of attending those and witnessing some of our wonderful primary students who represent our school so well on the sporting field, not just from a performance point of view, but also from a social point of view, where they represent what it means to win, what it means to lose, how to represent their school in a really high quality way that represents everything that we're about here as a school. So it's been really wonderful to acknowledge some of those students by giving them awards to acknowledge all their contributions to our sporting endeavours this term. A few notices to looking ahead. Our learning ladders and reports will be released on Friday this week at the end of term 2. In your GEMS Connect app, you will receive your term 2 reports. They will be loaded and accessible. In those reports, very similar to term 1, they will share the predicted outcomes for students towards the end of this academic year, where your teacher believes your child will be performing by the end of this academic year based on their current performance, but also the progress that they've made so far this academic year. And so that's very summative. It talks about working towards, working at curriculum standards, or working above curriculum standards, and that really will reflect the conversations that were had during our parent-teacher meetings. But there will also be a link for our year 1 to 6 parents, a link to Learning Ladders, which breaks down exactly the objectives that the children have been working towards and what they've ticked off, what they've been successful at so far. So you can get a bit more of a detailed, interactive experience in terms of information of what your child has done to achieve the grade they've been assigned so far this academic year. So that'll be the reports for term 2 and the access to Learning Ladders, which talks about all those different steps that the children are taking in order to be successful in their academic year. And then finally, to complement all of that information, obviously we want parents to be able to join us in school as well. We have our online parent-teacher meetings that take place in term 2. We've had our reports that are shared online, and then we want to invite our parents into school to see that learning by attending our morning learning celebrations, where you as parents have the opportunity to come into school, to sit with your child, celebrate the progress that they're making, but also look through their books to see all the fantastic work they do. I think sometimes there's a misconception that children use their iPads lots and there's not so much work in their books. For those parents that always come in and see how much work the children are producing, how much thinking they're doing in their books, how much practical activities they're participating in, because you'll see pictures stuck into those books as well. it's certainly a great opportunity to really see all that information that's been shared with you in reports and parent teasings come to life within their books, within the work, and really see it for yourselves. So details about those will be shared very shortly of how to book yourself into for those learning celebrations. But I do encourage every single parent to take that opportunity to come into school and sit with your child, look through their books and really talk about the progress that they're making and see the feedback and all those things that are happening in school every day. So that's the end of my bulletin for this month. Thank you so much for a wonderful term 2. Have a wonderful spring break. Stay safe. I hope you have, if you are travelling, it's really rewarding. Lots of time to see families and friends. If you're not travelling, you're staying here. I hope you enjoy the best of the final part of the best of the weather before it starts to heat up here in Dubai. And I look forward to welcoming our community back for the beginning of term 3. Have a wonderful spring break, everybody. Goodbye.